Hi, this is Andy from Seldon.
This is Karim from Instadeep. Hello.
Hi, we're here in Parliament for the Ethics and Accountability APPG AI session.
Exactly.
And there's some great speakers today. The topics that are going to be talked about, things like governance, ethics, accountability of algorithmic decision making. And what we're seeing at the moment is, more and more investment being poured into AI, and those early adopters of AI, those big companies, those guys are actually reporting between 3% and 15 percentage points of additional higher margin than the industry averages for their respective industries. And once those investments actually start to mature, they're really going to be gaining some ground on their competition. Now, what does that mean for actually the UK, as a whole? I mean, you could look at that as its own company, as it were. And a lot of the discussions at these events, the APPG AI, has been talking about how is the UK going to enable AI in terms of infrastructure, in terms of developing skills, ensuring we're growing and developing the right talent right from the schools to stay ahead and enable this development around the UK. But I mean, Karim, in terms of governance, accountability, ethics, and algorithmic decision making, do you kind of come across that topic in your day-to-day being CEO of Instadeep?
I think it's an important topic because, as you've mentioned, it's very clear that AI is providing a competitive edge to its early adopters. So there is no question about that. Now the question is about how should you develop AI systems such that you have, you're acting as a responsible actor in society effectively. So that's the topic of today. We're very happy to participate in that.
Yeah.
And to my sense, it's very important that we have the decision makers fully aware of the power of these technologies, but also fully aware of things that need to be avoided during the development of these technologies. So at Instadeep, this is something which is quite important for us, and we see also a role as helping to educate decision makers about the potential and about where these technologies are going. What we see is actually an acceleration in the rhythm of development of AI, hence the need to communicate, the need to make societal decisions that are well thought of, and this is, we're very happy to participate into this today.
Good stuff, and I totally agree. You make some really good points there, because guys, at the moment what we're seeing is mainly something called narrow AI, which is being deployed in business and in the public sector, the private sector. And what that is, that's kind of very specific tasks where there's a high rate of data processing involved.
Exactly.
And it means it can be replaced with an algorithm to actually make that decision. But what we're finding as machine cognition intelligence becomes better and better cognition, then naturally businesses and the public sector and the government will be looking to actually make other decisions which are ultimately going to have a bigger knock-on effect and affect humans in a bigger way. And so this is where ethics and the right accountability becomes really, really important, because it's not just affecting business's bottom line, but it's also affecting people, their well-being and their day-to-day.
Especially, people are quite familiar with Moore's law, like this idea that every 18 months or 2 years, the compute power or the abilities of computers doubles. But I'll tell you something, in AI today, it's not Moore's law. Moore's law is very lame. Think about 100x to 1000x per year improvement. And this is why these discussions, these conversations need to be made in anticipation. This is not a case where you can just wait after the fact to say, hey, what should be my policy as a country, as a company? It's like this needs to be made before these things happen and as they're happening. So it's an exciting time, but it's also a time for responsibility, and that's the message we came here to Parliament to deliver.
Good stuff. Well, listen, I think we should probably get going.
Exactly.
I hope you found that useful. See you at the next APPG AI, Andy and Karim signing out. Cheers.
Yep. See you guys. Bye-bye.